Greetings. Cultured Expression there with you. We want to say, give thanks to all those who have been tuning in and all those who've been showing me some good respect. And yeah, give me some numbers, so enough respect for that. The program on the 3rd, we are work on that because one of the distributors them feel say, well, it's not them, but them pay money to an organization to look over their business. So sometimes the thing just pick up some tunes them, you know what I mean? So them have to do what them have to do, cause electronical things, So, but we are work on that because we really want we want that one there go out again. I want people to hear it, and those who hear it was quick, you know what I mean? There's over 30-something person them viewing on it quick before them mute it, you see? So it wasn't about what we say. You understand? It was really distribution and license and copyright. The people them pay an organization to track them things about the world. You see? So them I work with we and we are work with them and they go set it right. So it's all about a thing called a white flag, And we have the white flag, but sometimes different organization, that I do the vetting, you see. But yeah, the children them back at school, and it's all about the responsible and most reliable parents and families. We don't bother to talk about no single parent and everything, even though that's something that exists. And it shouldn't, but it does, And what I'm saying to that sister, that mother, they take the child to primary school, even though you was vexed, he still took the child to the primary school, took the child to nursery, took the child primary school, and you were involved. It's a long struggle, just like the 9 months. Don't give up, because that child is all that they have. You all that child have, and that child is yours. So just stay strong and be resourceful as you've ever been. As much as you're vexed with the father, and you have reason to be, don't take it out on the child. Make the home that you live within with that child or with those children a safe environment, a loving, cherishing, safe environment. That make that child blossom or the children then blossom. Trust me. Because you're not like a chicken. A woman is not like a chicken, that just hatch an egg and that's it. And even chicken them, fowl, them look after them own, But you see this type of recognition, of the chicken, the fowl around the yard and everything. Many people of ours, hasn't seen these things. You know what I mean? This is not a zoo. You see, this is something that you have to grow up with and experience, But the home, make it be a safe environment, a loving, cherishing, safe environment. And even in that space, we're human beings, you will have difficulties in terms of communicating and in terms of, the fact that some people them feel so that the television is the best babysitter, and then from the television, the children then want to play electronic games and everything. So you start a problem already. You know, those of you who do them something there. You know, we don't have no time for sit down and read and explain things. You know, from and having a reasoning, fun time with your children and read. You know, check what they're doing, even before secondary school. You know, and there's some parents that read with them children from primary. You know, just help them develop them vocabulary and them reading skills and pronunciations and spelling. Continue that. You understand? Continue that. Don't feel so well, boy, you know what? I have a computer over there, so I just met Jennifer and go and sit down and Charlene and listen. You create another problem because that becomes a disconnect. Then we'll find more cherishingness in them thing because there's so much things going on the web, on the computer, you know, on the internet. And then you have to supervise them, and then they become clever, and then them learn to tell lie, and they first start hiding things, you know. So that's a vicious circle. Even though you have parental things that you can put on there, that's on there, that not stop nothing. You understand? Because one game becomes games, you know, and the light and the closeness, yeah, the computer, the images, the light from the pixels from the computer, it kind of like hypnotize the person, you know, even adults in front of the thing for more than half hour, you know. So then you feel say that the child quiet and you feel say you can have a rest or you can do what you do. You create problems. You understand? You're creating problems. And those of you who don't believe say these things as an effect, psychological effect, read about it. And you see the knife thing, go look on the computer. Go look on the computer games them. You see many of the games them, you know. Many of the games them is knife, is ratchet, is hatchet, is all kind of thing. And it's serious, right? It's serious. Look at some of the knife them that did it. And you see that these knives is ex-commando knives, you know? And you have army surplus shops them that were providing those knives to the public, you see? And a child, a young person could get an elderly person to buy it, or them get a note from the school that's forged to say that them going camping. You know what I mean? So these things have a lot of influence. They do. Those people want to turn around and say, no, rubbish. You see? It has a lot. Now, in our day, you had the Kung Fu, right? What was the Kung Fu? You have the sword fighters. What them name now? I can't see them, you know, right? And so on. But it was all about the kicking and the punching and the jumping. And the person now who was weak, in samurai, and pull out for him sword, and the samurai guy always lose. You see, it's the one who can punch and kick and jump and everything, and you know. But when them had the samurai with the ninja man, well then them used to win, 'cause them let off something and them disappear and you don't know where the hell them gone. You see? So I'm just making mention of that before somebody turn around and say, yeah, when I used to do this and this and this, but you have to look, parents, you have to look and see what it is that we are allowing our children them to play and to watch and even on the television and on the laptops and on the tablets. You know what I mean? They are our children. We have to know. You understand? And if we are and them is friend as well as parents, they won't hide things from us. But if it's a distant thing and all of that, we encourage them to hide and have secret, and somebody else become their best friend. You know? We supposed to be them parents and their best friend. You see? Whatever that friend means. But you know them things there, because it's we them have to trust. It's we them supposed to rely upon, you know? And it's we that's supposed to help build them strong, you know, and make sure they're reliable, and don't help them to know how to lie, you see, and hide. Because we just do that, you know, but we are unconscious of the fact that we're doing that, because if we don't pay attention to what's going on the computer, if we don't seek advice from persons who have more experience about computer and see how them can hide something that them hoping, and always putting something up there that look pleasing, and then when you look down, you see on the what you call the thing, you will get to understand what I mean. You see down there, so you see something lock off, and then you touch the thing and you see some pornography, or you see some X-rated movie, and it's all these ex-army guys that is going out there doing some serious thing, and there's some blood sports, you know. When I talk the cartoon now, you know, we talk some serious blood sport and everything that them have there. And it's meant to be a sport or a game. And it's not. It's just like the cage fighting thing, right? It's a whole heap of blood and everything. And some children, them get off on these things, and adults, you know? So we just want a safe environment. We just want a loving environment. And we need to be involved. Now, the chicken, we have to be careful, continually careful. You see what the people them do at the beginning of Boris, not ordination, but in first day or in first week, you hear some things come out and you see it disappear, right? But then you can say, well, the carnival come as well. But you hear this thing about the chicken and the chicken and the box and the knife, huh? And we are say that is a heads up because of the dirty chicken and everything that's going on out there. For the Asian man, them who have all the shops, them brother and sisters, them give them that heads up quick. You know what I mean? Sort yourselves out before the health council comes around and close your ass down. You see, get your houses in order. Right? So you see Lammy come out, you see Albert come out, and you see them just disappear. You see? Just and gone. You understand? We want to make our children and come home and eat their food. You understand? Make them get to understand our recipe. And make them have some dignity, that they be more proud to eat in a them home. You see? Yeah, and on a sandwich, them a eat off box. Them a yam food on the road, and then they don't want yours. You understand? And if you think a joke, have a good look and see who else will do that. You see, sometimes we brandish all this thing about this group and that group. Who else is doing this? I'm telling you, talk to some of the elders them. The things that they're seeing our children do is things that them come here and find the host nation people them do. That's what assimilation and integration has bloody well done for us. And them lawless people, them who decide that they're British and everything, and them do everything possible to be like that and neglect their responsibility to try and forward up the culture that we have. Because we had to formulate that. So it's still us. You understand? So it's not about dance and bad words and everything that make us. Stop it. You know what I mean? So some people need to talk to some of the elders them and ask them, how did you find Britain? What was the people like? You know, how they used to dress? What did they eat? Yeah, good conversation that. And make the children them listen. And especially Sundays. Have that conversation, may I tell you. Okay. What the man say? Too much talk.
The battle getting hotter and hotter. So, man, you got to know yourself. The battle getting hotter and hotter. So, man, you got to know yourself. Know yourself, black man.
You see them tune them, you see the tunes them that made us play now? Original tune them, you know. You understand? Original tunes. Yeah, them people that who know me out there, you know, they know say me have a bag of tune. Original tune and a formula. Little more from now. In 2 minutes, I play some tune, man. You understand? The party start 3 minutes time. The Mighty Morwells, Esquires, man. Big group. Rough. Junior.
The battle getting hotter and hotter.
Cultural expression. Best on the case. Yo, principal, him just arrived. I tell you, see it there? Yeah. Set up your thing.
Man, you got to know yourself. Know yourself, black man.
Yo, click your box. Start out your plasma TV. And get your girlfriend into the front room or your wife. You understand? Because party time. Proper things, man. Best sound system there upon the line. Trust me. Chihuahua.
Can't you see reality now? You and your false prophecy now. Chihuahua. Can't you see reality?
Spread my link, man.
It's freedom
It's
for
a
the
must.
human race. That's what the world needs today.
When your false prophecy
there's something that we were discussed this morning, me and Principal, and we look at the word Black History. We have Black History Month, and we give thanks for the brother and his family who come up with this thing, that we should have a Black History. What did he actually want a Black History Month? I wanted a Black History curriculum. That we need to find out, really. But nevertheless, what me and Principal did unlock is that the Black History should have been called African History. Nevertheless, it's called Black History Month. Okay. In the Black History Month, if you go through the whole of the diaspora, what it presented to us, how it was done, I don't know, because when me there work, we just received from various establishments and institutions pamphlets, not books, pamphlets. And all these pamphlets showed the contributions of the slave. And why I say the slave is our people that was in North America and in Europe, black people that was bought in slavery by the Caucasian people. In this, what we did not get was the gratification from them as in what our contribution to life and the existence of development in life, social and humanitarian and otherwise. But we got leaflets and brochures and pamphlets that showed not just the penicillin, not just the telephone, not just the fridge, not just the iron, for press the clothes, not just the traffic light. Listen, not just the light bulb. And when you look back, when we was talking about it, and you say, hey, we are beautiful people, but for some reason, we're not being taught that. And that's been deliberately designed. Trust. We're not being taught that. And everything else, we kind of grew up thinking that, not decisively thinking, but we are wait for things to just happen for us. Why it had to be like that type of unraveling something is because we didn't know nothing about ourselves. So we have to understand that, We didn't know nothing about ourselves, and we still don't. We have been trinkily fed. Because it took many, many, many ratted years for them to do that. For them to do that. Because there's no institution, there's no organization. This is not generalizing, this is factual, because I was working in a statutory environment, and many of my brethren and sisterins, and there were nothing there. And them same people provided the pamphlets and the brochures to us. From whence them cometh, we don't know. But they were made available to us with some extraordinary photographs with the name of the individuals who have done and invented and developed all of these things. I mean, even from the damn bathtub and the washing machine And some of the things them that carry white people names on them, they didn't come from them. Them stole the patency from the thing. And then you look on the brochure, you see that them put that person's name, but then put the picture of my father or your uncle or who. Hey, so they've done justice in revealing, but it took them a long time. So my generation, the one before me, got to know about things about us so late. They just never want us to feel comfortable about ourselves. So hear me now to principle. That's why I have a problem with theological education. And them say, yeah, you have a problem with it, but you can't change it. And I say, well, no, I'm just highlighting the fact that we all the same. We can't keep beat up on ourselves because we all have received that form of education. So 8 of us would fall in love, if not all 10, with that situation. 7 out of the 10 would defend him to death. Then 8 out of 10 would argue that the other 2 is wrong. And the premise that we've all been taught is right. So we all finish up losing. So when you put that picture out there, with all the teaching that we've received, we can't go against it. Because that's all we ever knew. So to come now to remove and wash and get some bleach and cleanse our minds and our lens and don't go and poison with brain is a serious problem. There's no penicillin for that. There's no medical cure for that. So we came up with the only solution. And that's where our brothers and sisters on the continent has not helped. We need now to be able to communicate with them. We need to be able to communicate with our brothers and sisters and our grandparents on the continent. No matter where they are from, no matter which dialect, which tribe, we need to be able to communicate. And that will relinquish the tie, the mental tie and subversion that the European theological education have had on us who live in the diaspora. Now I know somebody gonna say, but what about them ones at home? Them choose to follow. We didn't have a choice. So we will be better placed at this late hour. And may I tell you, the disadvantages that we have and the disadvantages that we're going to be having going home is not being able to communicate and only be able to communicate in English. Now, the disparity in all of that is that the images of our brothers and sisters, the body language of our brothers and sisters does not communicate in English, my friends, my brothers and sisters out there. It doesn't. So we will misjudge them, they will misjudge us, and we are blasted loggerheads, and none of the two of us as parties have done or said anything. You see, our wicket will be very sticky. I'm telling you. And we'll be expecting, because that's all we know, to greet, appreciate them with English. They might be fed to rise up with about this English and English folks. And then we're in trouble. We're socially in trouble. And it's going to be painful. So may I tell you now, find an African friend and start learning how to develop that sound box, and you find that we can tune up, and we can tone up. We can. Don't worry about time. They tell you, say, so what if you go to Nigeria? No, don't bother with all that. Just learn something, and we're good to go. Just learn something. Just tune up that sound box. Let's get that voice box in tune. We good at these things. Just give ourselves some time and practice. Every man at home and woman can DJ. No matter how much round of applause them get, them can DJ. Them can sing. And if them can't do them two things, something wrong, but at the same time they can create a rhythm. Whether it's boom, boom, boom. We can do that. We're good at it. So let's start thinking. Get for a friend. If you don't have one, just conjure one up. And even if you have to pay them a lunch, or pay them a good money just to get it. And I'm telling you now, you won't have to do that. They will feel so gratified in knowing that that's what we're asking. You understand? Just don't take liberty. If them get half hour, don't bother turn up and it's only 5 minutes, them can offer you, or don't let them down and everything. Be consistent. And verbally you see how you can express a few words. But once you tone up that sound box, you'll be able to rhythm up. May I tell you? You see? And things will be good for us. And don't do it just for catch a girl. Seriously. Let's work on that. Right? But the Black history thing, think about that. Because all we have received, because all the groups, everybody, if you ask anybody, them tell us, they don't even know how to write it, them get them pamphlets or post or everything. Right? Them say they went to this school or this college or this youth center or this community center, and wow, the thing coming. Somebody say, there's some post for you. Right? That's how we got them. No books. No books. No major literature. Pamphlet, yes. Photograph, 100 of them, 1,000 of them. All about our inventions, all our contributions. Wonderful. Is no we supposed to stand on that and say, listen, right, we need to go further. We have to do that now. We have to start dig. We have to start dig. And some of us have to start reinvestigating and try to find out and discover what group, what organization, which part of the authorities were responsible for sending these things to us. Those of us who worked in statutory employment, and trace it back so we can find out where the source was and go knock on their ass door today. Because it's not someone's house, it's coming from some institution. Whether it's SOAS, it's coming from some institution. That means that there are books, so many of them, and they kept them away from us. You see? Because the people without knowledge of themselves, where are you going? And that's what these people have done. They spoon-fed us, drip-feed us, however they wish. Now they're abusing us. That's why our children, we have lost them. And they become brutish. Trust me, those of you who've never been here before, don't say me a chat rubbish, because you just come, or you come in the 80s, you no witness nothing. So don't frowns up your face and say, in my chat backside nonsense. You weren't here. And you should be appreciative of that instead of run up the chops and start think you're intellectually prudent. Yeah, you may be, but don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Don't criticize something that you wasn't part of or you never acknowledged. And even if you was here and you didn't see it, hey, just acknowledge the fact that you didn't see it. You was a sticks man. You remember that tune there? Sticks man, why you do that? Remember that. You understand? Yeah. So we just want you to know that. And the other problem we have is this. Big problem, you know. We have to sort that out. It's loss. We have some man them, yeah, that are really sperm donors. They go sex a woman get pregnant, woman have a child. Whether it's a boy or girl, him feel good. But then him don't, the same way him wanted her, him no want her and that child now. And the child comes of an age, and him know about the child, but he doesn't have no impact or no influence in the child's life. And now the child is giving problem because the child is trying to flex and find itself. Because if he's a boy, has to have his manhood test. Is either him find him, recognize him a grow, recognize him seem to have some strength, muscles. Them a wake up, want to find out what this is all about. There's no father there. There's no man. There's no man to help guide him. There's no grandfather to help mature his feeling and his mind. So now this young man, and it's really always the young boys, you know, because them have to have the manhood test. If y'all don't understand that, that means he never had no grandfather, he was an idiot again. Now the child now is flexing. Now him have some renegade friend them that's going through the same thing, experiences as he is. But them don't have guidance, neither does him. So they now become good buddies. But you know what happens now? Them life is reckless. No, the blind can't lead the blind, you know. Now, we're not talking blind. We're talking metaphorical facts here. The inability is blind. They don't have the ability to assess and to evaluate and to determine anything. So, no, then runs into our forms of experiences, our forms of tragedies, really. One now, he may experiment with his manhood. The other one a laugh. He may experiment with his physicality. They both laughing. Now they go try out both things. Now this other one think that one there, that thing is sweet now, so both of them go try out them manhood. Then they go try out them flex them strength. Now them start beat up on others and they become robbers all of a sudden because them become bullies. Now them don't have no real understanding and appreciation of this sexual thing that them just experimented with. Now we have another problem. What's that? 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and in this case hundreds, thousands of young predators with young predators, females and males, running wild. Who's welfarely counseling these people? The school. Why? Because that's the place where them spend 9 hours. What direction are they getting? None. Who's enforcing them? The school. Some teachers promote certain things. Others play a blind eye to everything. We're in trouble. we're in trouble. And then here comes the social educator, the Brockman that's scamming, doing all kind of thing, now seducing our children, male and female, into all kinds of little rackets. Who's responsible? It's us. And we'll look for the service to help us. And those sperm donors should be all arrested. But he said if we was Muslim, they won't have the opportunity to do that. And if they did, they'd be punished by the community before any legality or any going to court and charging, looking for maintenance and all these things. But then there's African culture. There's African culture that prohibits that type of behavior from any man towards a woman. So stop hiding. Stop hiding. You're not helping us, you know. You're supposed to be dignified for your family. Oga. You have to be dignified for Oga. So when you think, say, you take the Caribbean people and hide, a lie you're dealing with, and you cannot go back to the village. You cannot. You're hiding underneath the white man and woman them skirt. That's what you're doing. And you're filthing the children of the slave, the Caribbean people. That's not fair. That's not good. It's not just at all. Them things that need to be talked about, reasoned about, and changed. Because if anyone needs assistance in terms of his culture, is we. We don't have one. We have created something for ourselves. Remember, we're the children of the slaves. Don't let no damn Caribbean historians tell you that we have one. We've evolved into something that has cultural attributes in it, that we can say that to. We don't know what that is. Because we don't know if we're Bantu or Fulani. We don't know. Because how the hell can we know when we don't know our names? We don't know what our great-grandparents' names were. You see? Brown, Smith, and Bess. Come on, man. Let's be sensible. And this one here, that's the biggest thing that we know. Listen.
Money, 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 money is the root of all evil. Money, 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 people is the root of all evil. You work for a man and you get no pay. Brother, don't do nothing wrong. Don't let no one influence you. When trouble comes, it's you.
See what I'm saying? Don't let no one influence you. See them profound words? Are we that? You understand? So don't let nobody put we down. You understand? That's why we claim our women. Don't let nobody, don't care where it come from, put we down. You understand? We're not imbeciles. We are creative, intelligent, morally sensible people. Do not give that up because of money and so-called friends that don't look like none of us. Yeah, I get that one off my chest. And my chest not full of thing, you know, because I have wives, right? So I'm good. All this.
Oh, I saw you on labor.
Go ahead, wait.
Energy. Can't tired. Bomber drop. Damn you.
Now, here comes the music.
Yo.
I'm on the verge of making history. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Bad and bad.
I'm on the move. I'm on the move.
You
right
don't know about the boundaries
now.
of UK roses, man.
Fire, baby. I'm on the verge of making history. Ain't nobody stopping me.
While I chat him, every street every lane. You see?
Pull up.
Yo, Junior.
Through the mirror of my eyes, I can see people crying, people dying, people need to be loved. People moving up and down through the busy streets downtown.
A principle of best. Wicked.
Through the mirror of my eyes, I can see people crying, people dying, people need to be loved. People moving up and down through the busy streets downtown. Some are begging, some are buying, some are crying. Keep the pressure down. And there stood before me someone preaching, let us change this world from its shames and distress. Let us build a unity to save this world and its falling race.
You don't know about the boat night and UK Roses, man.
Fire, baby. Fire, baby.
Oh, gotta keep it down.
Oh, Tom, but.
Do you really wanna know about our time? Do you really wanna know about our time? 3 stone at the fire, cheese pan at the bar. Oh yes, the have all, and the have not, have not. We'll buck up on the hard time. We'll buck up on the hard time. Do you really wanna know about the app that's never been told? Do you really wanna know what happened to our silver and gold? We'll buck up on the hard time. Buck up on the hard time.
Pull up this song now, eh? Pull up this song now, eh?
While I chat him, every street every lane. You see?
Weak and strong pulling together. Economic crisis is government fraud. And I want to go on my yard, you know.
Oh, Tom, but.
Listen. Babylon attack, the Babylon attack. And what you gonna do when the Babylon attack? The Babylon attack, the Babylon attack. And where you gonna run when the Babylon attack? The mark of the beast is upon their head. The wheels of the beast is in their mind. The word of the devil is in their hand. It seems they want to capture a generation. Over evil, right over wrong. Weak and strong pulling together. Economic crisis is government fraud. And I want to go on my yard, you know. Defend the corner. Babylon attack, the Babylon attack. And what you gonna do?
Hey, tell them boy, they're not gonna get covered in a car fire, just get out.
the Babylon attack. How where you gonna run when the Babylon attack? The mark of the beast is upon their head. The ways of the beast is in their mind. The work of the devil is in their hand. It seems they want to capture a generation. We're gonna stop them any way that we can. Stop them how with a rubber dog plan. Repel them how with the living fire. Defend the corner when the Babylon attack. The Babylon attack. What you gonna do when the Babylon attack? The Babylon attack. The Babylon attack. Where you gonna run when the Babylon attack? When them a come, them a work with spy up on the internet, and when you see them online, say time after time, then commit one crime. Then everybody silent, everybody lie. Cause Babylon is coming with some new tactics, and some foolish people get dropped in a hit. You got to be humble, you got to be slick. You got to outmaneuver everybody.
Ready now.
Okay.
Junior, you know, I'm looks at the revolutionary brothers out of Basque country, you know. We will never give up the fight. Yeah. I will never give up, no. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Jah children, you up, we rise up, yeah. I sky by the light of Jah wisdom. I will never give up, no. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Jah children, you up, we rise up, yeah. Don't stop, can't stop, don't leave it all. Believe in what you are stands for. Be proud and never look down on wicked heart. The fire I will burn. Staying real to myself. Always telling the truth, less stress. Practice what you are preach. Time of all the world inch by inch. I got end around my life. From this hour I enjoy every slice. Be pure and free from every vice. Only the bad mind will pay the price. I will never give up, no. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Jah children, you are feel right up, yeah. High in high sky, Jah wisdom.
Don't sell your soul for the vanity. Don't do that. Got to deal with humanity. Give thanks to praise the Most High Jah. I think don't be no fan of just speciality. Thanks to praise towards His Majesty. Don't sell your soul. Coffee no vanity. Don't sell your soul for no silver and gold. Don't sell your soul. Coffee no vanity. Don't sell your soul for no silver and gold. Natty stand up as a militant soldier. Natty stand up as a righteous soldier. Natty stand up as a militant soldier. Stand up as a righteous soldier. Say no sell out your soul for no vanity. I me say strictly me say love and humanity. And Natty defend right, truth and reality. Give thanks and praise unto His Majesty. Cause say no sell out your soul for no bling bling. Say no sell out your soul for no big car. Cause say no sell out your soul for no big house. Cause say no sell out your soul to Babylon. Cause me say don't make them trick you. No way. Me say don't make them use you. Should never do that, you know. Don't make them trick you. Cause they will use you and refuse you. Me say don't sell your soul and feel no vanity. Don't sell your soul for no silver and gold. Don't sell your soul for no bling. We say don't sell your soul for no silver and gold. Not this and
While I chat him, every street, every lane. You see?
Stand up as a righteous.
This is for my ghetto motherfuckers.
And man is man. It was all time, but so don't get it wrong. Hey, God is greater than man, much greater than man. God is greater than man, much greater than man. Don't ever be mistaken, 'cause your whole world would be shaken. 'Cause what some men are saying is wrong, so wrong. I know they are deceived to what they all believe. Oh, Tom, but that man is equal to God, so long.
Yeah, listen.
God is greater than man.
We have penetrated the consciousness of the Rastafari. You know, listen, the Luciano.
And the big man sound in call tip and down.
Tell them.
Because the one that ride the boat and chipping on the black.
Tell them.
And they are all blaspheming.
A truth.
All those who are saying
Pastor.
that there is no
Let's do
God.
it! Pull up!
The fire and he never got burned.
Speedometer burn up.
You got dead.
Trample the dragon.
Tell them.
We are the iron. Trample the dragon. No serpent can rule her.
Cultural expression. Saying the lick.
We are the sons
Selector principle.
of the prisoner.
Coordinator best. Saying.
How long will it be this way? Never forget. Always remember.
I'm telling you.
That Africa is the place where I want to be. Energy! They took us beyond. But how long, can't you see the world is at its knees? In the belly of the beast, we must chant and burn more fire. In the belly of the beast, yes, it's a blazing fire, fire. Trample the dragon.
Easy, Mr.
You
Palmer.
know we are iron. Trample the dragon.
Boom blast.
Serpent can ruler, run with Satan.
What I say? Check star.
Imagine people. We are in a this season. African people.
Read him up.
Murderer.
It's love that you need.
Oh, I saw you live. Go ahead. Hey you.
It's love.
Hey you over there. You. Hey you.
It's love that come to me.
Yo, Pastor. Mr. Rod Taylor. You hear that? Mr. You know. Stop it.
Come to me.
Hey man, what do
An English with him, you know. Yeah. Grandilated artist.
With love in food, catch
Mr. Rod Taylor.
all the joy in your mornings and all the joy in your evening. Satisfy your soul.
See,
Satisfy your soul.
cultural expression.
With love control. In food control.
Relax, man.
Got love. If it's love you want, and if it's love
Play a tune.
you're feeling low down and empty, come to me. Come to me. Come to me.
Mr. Rod Taylor.
This one Wait a minute.
Like last time I'll be with 6 block lines, so we gotta play it twice. Read him again.
Fire, baby. Fire, baby.
I'm murder.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Mr. FP.
Follow the footsteps of your forefathers.
And I tell you, man.
Oh, yeah. Although we're living in a concrete jungle. Living in a concrete jungle. Living at the jungle. Living in a concrete jungle.
Stop trembling.
Jungle, we're living at the jungle. Wow. Every day man are dead. Some people just lose them head. Rob the shop down the road and burn down Mary house. Them start to rob people, like seeking at them head. We don't know what is going on. Place run red. Jungle, not the jungle. We're living in a concrete jungle.
Come.
In the jungle. Yeah. Some people can't even sleep at night. If they shot a lick and the place it bright. People running, people bawling, people dying in the street. Every day man a man just a suffer. And them can't get no work in the jungle. You know the place are run red. Some sick in them head, some drop them dead. Living in a concrete jungle, in the jungle. Living in a concrete jungle.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it. Do things. Them nah do nothing. Them not say nothing. Chop all you want. Yeah, chop all you want. Do things. Them nah do things. Do things. Them not even do nothing. Chop all you want. Yeah, chop all you want. Chop all you want.
You're minding people's business, but you're on. You should just learn.
Yeah, tired.
Be cool, or you'll end up like a king without control. It's easier said that you are misled by the bad company that you choose. It's all in the game of life.
Inspiration, guidance
you have refused.
in the lyrics.
You wanna portray yourself as a bad man.
Redundant man.
But as soon as you day a yard, you're like a hungry dog with trouble.
Saying back and after bone.
Went to a good school.
Sing.
Know you would end up a fool. All being said and done, to yourself alone you are Mr. Cool. Why boast thyself, you fool? You're minding people's business but your own, when you should just learn. Be cool, or you'll end up like a king without a throne. It's easy to say that you are misled by the bad company that you choose. It's all in the game of life, good opportunities that you have refused.
Don't be a fool.
Speedometer bono.
Hear us this sound around.
Yeah, I'm a selector that tune the body and pull it up. Footings pull up, me say. Foot in a jeans pull up, me say. I'm like a diamond said it. Don't disturb me.
Yo, mighty Chuck Bender.
The big man sound when call Tipper Town. I got to make it known. Big up the one that ride the boat, one chipping on the Black Roses.
Surrender. I got the wickedest flow. Look how me locks it a draw. Righteousness vendor now. Babylon now. Defender got the wickedest flow. Look how me locks it a grow. A righteousness that I did now. Them a come but try to know me can't wait for them. On the one me lock down the whole of the place for them. On the one me kick Babylon in them face for them.
Kick him.
And them a go and stand at the door, you're too great for them.
Kick him.
Me nah no envy, nah no grudge, nah no hate for them.
Stop
me
him.
come fi put food pon people plate for them. Me come fi say all the morning grace for them. Me come fi massage the girl them. Babylon now. Defender got the wickedest flow. Look how me locks it around.
Bang, bang, bang. Come on.
Watch the gears. Don't tremble enough. Watch the gears. Principle and best. Listen.
The wicked are the sorry when they're called up to the Almighty.
Tell them.
Never look into
Come.
the sea. Declare the glory of the Most High. Where you gonna run to? When Jaja call you, hey, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Tell me what you gonna do. Hey, what are we living for? To reach the kingdom of Jaja. But only the clean hands and the pure in heart shall be there.
Mixing principle. Yeah, Willie. Saturday. Hey, Junior. At the 50th version, we play already, you know. I tell you. We need to meet up.
No matter where you go, no matter what you do, if you don't have love, now you got nothing at all. Cause remember, love conquer it all, love conquer everything.
Must know themselves.
51 version.
Move. I'm told let me play the exclusive.
Until there is justice, there will be no peace.
Rasta.
Until there is freedom, wars will never cease. The leaders won't listen to my concern. At the sound of the trumpet,
Can't touch me, man.
the tables
tell
gonna
you.
turn.
Stop me outside. Can't stop me inside.
I till the soil, another man come and run away with the spoil. We
When
live
I'm
in
wicked,
the slums, fighting for crumbs.
but me can be
For
turned.
my mistake from the rich man's plate.
I'm my mother's
Equality
son.
and justice, what does it mean? I've heard it before, but it's yet to
Easy
be
principle.
seen. I'm too strong to give up.
A family
too weak
thing.
to fight, too black to be heard, too poor to be right. Till there's justice, there will be no
Watch it,
peace.
Pastor. Come.
Freedom. The wars will never cease. The leaders won't listen to my concern.
Can't tired.
At the sound of the trumpet, the table's gonna turn.
Yeah, Rasta.
Sounds of freedom. Sounds of freedom.
Sometimes we mess about with people, you know.
Sounds of freedom.
No matter love we are here to it. Pull it back.
We've had demonstrations that fall on their fears, wrote a petition.
It's a couple selector. Trade out the control. Sisters down here in the ghetto where we stay.
52 version, Junior. Where you say, man? You can't link me. I tell you, can me miss something?
Come on.
There's a land far, far away.
Yo, Alfred, where you say? You know this is best, innit?
You set up a sound in the ghetto
Yeah.
for me now.
Easy,
Now,
lady.
in the ghetto for me now. Cause you to dash where your malice and you lick up your chalice in
See?
the police for me now.
Don't desert me, man.
And in the police for me now. United we stand and divided we fall. United we stand and divided
A big
we
Joe this.
fall. The race to a Babylon fall. The
right from afar, far, far. See me not the right from afar, far, far. See me not the right to a ball and a Babylon fall. To do it in a sata, 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 Masagana. Baby, you could come and let me see you do it from the corner. Yeah.
Yo.
What?
But you know
52
the
version.
thing you
Game
do,
55, man.
the wicked one could never take no dominion over you, I will kill you. Trying to set up a sound in the ghetto.
Sin.
And in the ghetto of Pain Avenue.
Yeah, where's Neil?
In the ghetto of
Lift up and pull up and drop that wheel up again. You know, pull it up. Pull up.
Yo, Islington, this is a message to everyone that know me, you know. And I tell you, disaster.
Bob Rankin.
There's a land far away.
John, come down to break oppression. He come to set the captives free. Come to rule like man with justice and equality. Found John man strange and man Idema. John hide and live in the arena in the odds of 5 man 19 while in the sidewalk. So say no Santa
One principle.
Santa
One man.
Say down, Santa, 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 Mano, Santa, 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 Masagona. Santa Masagona. We down in the for Tanzania, Mozambique. For love and unity, you gotta stay on top of the beat. Complete on Santa Masagona.
Well, I can't tell. Every street, every lane. You see?
I hear we want upon ya. I play a bummer, Santa, Santa Gona. Stand firm, black man, in this I want.
Pull that up again. Pull it. Pull it.
What that mean love in African love, you know. What that mean love? Yeah, without love we just can't go on.
Seeing Junior of 55 pieces. And you know, see your whole land to 3.
The kings of kings and the lords
that belong to me.
Oh, Tom.
Yes.
Jah, ever living Jah.
A Junior.
Rightful ruler.
Seeing.
The weak heart are not so. Oh no. They shall be like the straw of the wind, drive it away.
Teach.
No whatsoever I and I do it shall prosper. I and I shall be like the tree that planted by the rivers of water and bring it forth fruit.
I use my bridging.
I and I shall be like the water cover the seas, with the righteousness cover the land. See not the dreader than dread. So me lightning, brimstone and fire for all we can. Cause the weak are not so no. Me say be careful how you walk in a Babylon. Be careful how you talk in a Babylon. Cause look, only for man blast feel, and yet they feel like they are the winner. But Jah know they are the sinner, you know. Say the unrighteous man shall melt like the wax does, you know. Be say from East London down to West London.
You don't know how many more days I hear roses, man.
Fire, baby. Fire, baby.
A murder! Well, you hear me, man? And the locks by your head, yeah, man, you know. You have to come from your heart with true and living love. And the word that is speaking, you gotta watch your word. Because Jah every little thing that is
Shall we? Bust the tune and make them get hotter than we held it. I representing Shall. Lord knows, gonna keep me warm.
Cultural expression.
Jah is my light and my savior.
Teach them.
Keep me safe from all danger.
Teach them.
We're living in these crucial times of the iron-handed rulers.
Teach them.
He sits on the throne and lives and rules forever.
Teach them.
By them rule, the wicked man will conquer.
Teach them.
So many youths gone astray. So many youths got tortured.
Teach.
Why?
Why like that here? Why the children will hear? You see?
Another crime against humanity. Killing the babies and their families. They call it cleansing. They call it ethnic cleansing. When it's children they are killing. And poor people are the victims. Cleansing. They call it ethnic cleansing. When it's children they are killing. And poor people are the victims. Jah is my light and salvation. Jah is the ruler of all nations. Babylon keep building bombs to kill the generation. Why? More wickedness and destruction. 'Cause every day a new extermination. The hate and retaliation needs war and confusion. Why? War and confusion. Aye, 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 aye. Cleansing. They call it ethnic cleansing. When it's children they are killing. And old people are the victims. Junior It's a them come in all different genders. Some you know, some are familiar. Spend your dollars, them a spread rumors. But some on a dealer, no like a mirror. And a real honor. By the motive, we soon find out later. Come we know send them for them and imposter. Them not like Rasta, hey wicked ass. I pray for me and stop. Through them see man a guys, them want me stop in the back. Them come attack, but no love behind that. Now watch them pretty smile because I grudge behind that. Oh yes, I come fi fulfill what I'm here. While the wicked them up lots of people. A life amongst the Edens, I tell you live this soul. That's why I burn the fire red and shed when I rebel. Now set them up burn, not set the burn for inside will tell. Behind your back, them would I love your blood spell. Them must see me fail, Babylon and lock me in a chair. From my them can't get real. Mass pretenders, them come in all different genders. Some you know, some unfamiliar. Spend your dollars, they must spend rumors. But some man a dealer, never come nearer. And a real one give me honor. By the motive, me soon find out later. Got me know so enough of them are imposter. Them not like Rasta. Mount Zion, I am it when I had shot fire. About the hidden scars, them on clock. I never left shot like a mouse. If never left the brother. Hello, I come a boss and a bragger. No, yes, no food and love is see me son. Them don't not spread the rumors, say me mother. But I live in one God. Emperor Selassie, I know who sits up on the throne.
Don't stress yourself, bless yourself. And I saw 20,000 chariot. Hey, warrior, to the lion of God the Father. I is the Almighty Father.
Fire, baby.
Seek the now. Hey, come sanctify yourself. Purify your soul and heart. In a corruption, try don't you get caught. Sanctify yourself. Cleanse up your mind and thought. Let the Most High be your guide overall. Sanctify yourself, purify your soul and heart. In a corruption, child, please not get caught. Sanctify yourself, cleanse up your mind and thought. Let the Most High be your guide overall. So speedily you gone the wrong road. You could achieve all the materials and things like those. Ignorantly them go seat up and dwell amongst the foes. Judgment is just the end result, only God he knows. Hey, so rich camel that go to the legal eye. Them a go rich and die, and them don't know why. Me see them get caught up on the slip and the slide. Let them hypocrite, they stumble over them glorious ride.
Is it?
Sanctify yourself, purify your soul and heart. Let them corrupt sunshine or get caught. Sanctify yourself, cleanse up your mind and thought. Let the Most High be your guide overall. Sanctify yourself, purify your soul and heart. In a corruption, please try not get caught. Sanctify yourself, cleanse up your mind and thought.
Watch how the gear change. Sing again. Select about you. Proper things.
See them know them all a fall and I cry bad news. So them lost in all them ways.
I did not put on the test class yet.
Judgmentalities without mercy. None of them are trying to find themselves, but them not worthy. But in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. So sanctify yourself, purify your soul and heart. In a corrupt sunshine, no get caught. Sanctify yourself, clean up your mind and thought. Let the Most High be your guide overall. Sanctify yourself, purify your soul and heart. In a corrupt sunshine, no get caught. Sanctify yourself, cleanse up your mind and thought. Let the Most High be your guide overall. That's a never fail. Get it up, selector. Lies it up.
See, gear change. Last 7 furlongs, watch it. I hope your box click. Proper things. Come.
Never let it wait too long. Put a Russian reality. Can't you see we're all human? What a way to be cheap. Wake up, you're all fast asleep. To now be bold. After the battle, sweeter the victory. Never feel the pressure until you're down. Till you're down.
Come.
See, put a Russian reality. Never let it wait too long. Put a Russian reality. Can't you see we're all human? Tomorrow will be the same. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nothing has changed. Stand your point. It's the same way day to day. Oh, over and over again. As a man work, he gets his pay.
Is it?
Gets no break. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Stand your point. See, put a Russian reality. Never let it wait too long. Put a Russian reality. We're all human. Put a Russian reality. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Standing me on. Oh yeah.
I don't know about it, but it's a UK Roses, man.
Fire, baby.
Makes you think twice. The lower the price, the nicer the nice. Oh yeah. What you are building up is hopeless in this time. But it's wrong to end up with Babylon. Oh yeah. And it won't last too long. Not because you think you're wise. You don't covet your brother this time. Okay.
Move. Is it?
Wait a minute.
Hear this.
with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. I beg you please, crush them, oh Jaja. The ones who strive with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. For they speak not of peace. Deceitful matters against me. I depend on you alone, Jaja, to govern the sinful matter. Award the wicked with lightning and thunder. Let them fall on their knees and surrender. Let them know that you are the holy creator. Crush them, oh Jaja, the ones who strive with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. Crush them, oh Jaja, the ones who strive with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. Crush them. Blaspheming against the king is one of the greatest sins. The season knows what you do, so you must get your beaten. It no matter where you run and hide. Don't even think about suicide. Under his wing, I know I shall abide. Crush them, oh Jaja. The ones who strive with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. Crush them, oh Jaja. The ones who strive with me. Be my shield and my buckler. Guide me from my enemy. Right now.
Keep it perfect. Tell me anything.
Corners in flankers still wrestling to survive. 50 bucks, some papers, juggling grabbers on the side. Yeah, police and thief, lion conquer the beast. Judge know the streets are burning, so the youth them have to eat.
Full of life in a fast lane. Don't get caught in a cash game. I see you wasting your life gain. Smoke it away in a ashtray. Grantsville songs makes the downtown. Don't have to ask when it goes down. I step by you get thrown down. It's like a showdown. The whole world has become a prison. Cause my people suffer for no reason. We've been through great tribulation. Now the fight is for the liberation. Street kings rule the streets with dominion. Overcome the struggle, let it be your inspiration. So many children face starvation. Jah are the hope and aim of salvation.
Take it. Take it. Put it in your pocket.
Freedom as a brand new day.
Lock it. Yo, Selector, you're good, man.
Fire, baby.
You're marvelous. Spank them, you know. When them down, keep them down.
Live your life and live it positive. Speak the truth and speak it, never tell it as it is. Don't make them take you for a you not go survive and that's how bad it is. Yeah. Remember what you sow, you got to reap.
And the street,
remember you have to reap before you speak.
Stay in your lane.
And practice what you preach. I look the more you
watch it. I tell him, man, stay in your lane. Mr. Luciano, our top class artist, see? Don't click with. Legal.
While man a blast off come on. Yeah.
A tip to one massive. Legal. Money.
After it all, yes, soon everyone will see.
Grabalicious.
Only Jah wins, so give him the victory. Though they invent, it's with no good intent.
We are teach some select
So
for them.
in the end,
They don't know how we get to this spot here. See, just watch.
Coming soon.
We string them.
While man a blast off come on. I know that you're coming soon.
Wow. Hey, DJ, pull that up again. Pull it. Pull it.
I want to
Selector.
share something with you. Oh God.
Selector.
I want to share something with you.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Music is the rod and we are Moses, yeah. Leading God's children to the promised land.
Yo, Pastor, you hear that?
Music is the voice of his brother Aaron. Yes. Preaching and comforting at the Father's command.
No, sir.
We have the power to turn things around. It's forever when we fall to the ground.
You think I joke?
I
We're
say
joking.
this with a smile.
You're mad.
Pause for a while.
Garnick still.
Listen, my son.
We still teaching. We can't help
it. Music is the rod and we are Moses. Leading God's children to the promised land. Music is the voice of his brother Aaron, yes. Preaching and comforting of the Father's command. No use in trying to compromise the truth.
Tell them.
Eyes are open, we're taking our youths to the land of our father, Mama Africa. Prepare yourselves, tell it to your neighbor. Music is the rod and we are Moses.
It's a top selector. Mr. Politician. Yeah. Yo. Hey. Yo. Chuck. Yet a man could never deny something a swing over your head. Government thinking like, but me tell you say he heavy like lead. Something a swing over your head. Listen when me spread, get a youth search and can't find bread. Something a swing over your head. Government thinking like, but me tell you say he heavy like lead. Something a swing over your head. Message me a spread, youth want bread. Yo, tired, busy mama living in a drought. Can't find water, be wet our mouth. The youth them in a east west not touch down in a south. Spotting at the roundabout. Can't find loophole for escape the doubt. No listen to the rats and rasta man out. This emperor Selassie you get burn out. The youth them from school you kick out. Listen, something I see over your head. Government thinking light, but me tell you say heavy like lead. Something I sing over your head. Message me a spread. You them search me find bread. Something I sing over your head. Thinking light, but me tell you say heavy like lead. Something I sing over your head. Message me a spread. You want bread.
every day them price rising. Get our people a suffer that them disguising. But we open with eyes and realizing. That's why me got me fire clip politician wing. Hey, Baba song we a sing. Now go bow out in a corruption or sin. You can't catch me with them sardine in nothing. Me no in no piece no fee, neither no tree party. Hey, yo, something a swing over your head. Go
do things. Them nah do nothing. Them they not sing. Chop all you want. Yeah, chop all you want. Do things. Them nah do things. Do things. Them not even nothing. Chop all you want. Yeah, chop all you want. Chop all you want.
The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed. Welcome to the world through these ghetto eyes. The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed. Welcome to the world through these ghetto eyes. Pastor, I worry about offering. What happened to redemption for the suffering? Listen to the ghetto youth uttering. Some can't find bread, much less liquor buttering. In the streets and they hustling, but the ends now meet, so we pray for the lot to win. Poverty is such a mountain, but faith moves everything. The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed. Welcome to the world through these ghetto eyes. The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed. Welcome to the world through these ghetto eyes. Upper class at them have it all. Elevation is a must, so we rise every time we fall. Only Jaja knows my pain, struggles and stress and strains. Still we are go fight it, still we are maintain. Still I say we pray cause a Jaja for the rain. Shoulders to the wheels cause we efforts now go vain. Jaja alone, alone, alone. The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed. Welcome to the world through these ghetto eyes. The system makes me paranoid. Every day we struggle just to stay alive. They try to take my strides to keep me paralyzed.
Is it?
The match and light up. Free your mind and the truth shines brighter. Come along if you're freedom fighter. Come follow the calling inside you. Lose the doubts that bind you. Send the call and the tribe will find you. Let the rhythm of nature remind you. Wisdom of ancients will guide you.
The time has come for the people to rise. Stand up and open your eyes when the right time comes. You will be the demise. Babylon built on lies. The time has come for the people to rise. Stand up and open your eyes when the right time comes. It will be their demise. Babylon built on lies. We're so tired of the same situation. Cartoon news and that false information. It's like the truth took a long vacation. You can't blame the next generation. We got to shine like the burning sun. Reach for the peace when they draw for the gun. Cause love is how this war is won. Rise up, our time has come. The time has come for the people to rise. Stand up and open your eyes when the right time comes. It will be their demise. Babylon built on lies. The time has come for the people to rise. Stand up and open your eyes when the right time comes. It will be their demise. Babylon built on lies. Time has come. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
While I can't tell. Every street, every lady. You see?
Come. Everybody know the thing. Where we're from, them know the queen, and everybody know the king. And everybody play what everybody know for sin. So if you've been and live without that mean, you probably know within. Yeah, I just want a yard up in a Ochi on the grill. Wanna put the love it on, you know we do the thing. Fire, so want to shoot my fire, come with just click it. Hey, she them want to split from by the wall of orange hill, yeah. I just saw me do the thing. Tell me how you stay up, tell me about the NSC. If you're still a parent, tell me how you tell the kids. If you're not gonna change, then how you pay the bills? I need money like Ali, all my brother them live like Ali, eh. My scheme love you like ice cream, money for the dread of them rich like Kylie, eh. Driving, show me a school fee, I shall 2 Jesus like Bobby. If I need paper, IDK, highly rich, that's why we pray. Why we never did pricey, use it, might be hunger, slightly fair. Why we never been brandy, using pricey clothes for life of this. Fendi, why we won't defend it, and so find the change. Instead, I'm like for fight the change, I fight for change. Money off for make. Money off for make. Money off for make. So money off for make him 99%, better scrapping 1%, yeah. Vanish clown, them the business where you think. Them the business, but the range them you that you forget the bricks. Think of vitamin, time them keep the iron by the zinc. And where them hungry when they run it, them will probably make you sing. Oh, yeah. Money at the pre and line, going to the street and buying anything unique. I know me never see one time. Now me have the green and eye, like me in the streets and the leaks and me resupply. Money like Jesus Christ, please that ice will never make a meat God, boy. Money in them pocket, but them probably cannot find. No, love the way them want it, them will probably sacrifice. Yo, you are not a prophet if you're profit of a life. So if you watch your losses, then you might just lose your pocket. You will pick up copper.
Yes, you see them type of style, eh? We are gonna bring them out. Seriously. Cause we are DJ them this that. Them not gonna on strike, what them are experiment all about. Yes, people. That was the one called Principle. See? Family thing. Cause you see, we stream them, we link them. You understand? And them no wearing them test classes yet. And we put vintage. You understand? With today. You see? And we blend. And today we stay at England. You know what I mean? English rhythms, you know. You know what I'm saying? As what? You see? So we teach up the thing, let the thing out, make the man they eat our food, make the young people them understand something, but it's too late because many of them gone already. You see? So that we try to say to people. But all me isn't in brethren, Junior, yeah man, me and you must meet up and, yeah, cause a sound thing, a music thing, and we need to go check Neil and, you understand, cause a brethren, you see? A for we brother, me and you. Not you, me and someone else. Me and you, a for we brother. The only other person involved in that is Bernard, see? So anybody who see him, just tell him, say, best I say, we need to meet up, you see? And go check with brother Neil. You see what I mean? Yeah, man. What's the 56 version of the one tune?
Lord, whoa, whoa. He cried alone. No one hear his voice. Lord, Mama warn you, Papa warn you. He knew he had probation because it was his first offense. It was done for him, for what he's done makes no sense. Lord, what was he thinking when he squeezed the trigger of that gun? Lord, he never know that undercover cop in the parking lot I drink a shot around. No, he was checked on the spot, gone left the homies sitting by the
the corner shop. Now him find himself lost in a cell block. Fighting for his life, he was stabbed with a jailhouse knife. He cried aloud. No one heard his voice. The best doctor tried. Yo, forgetting by society, believed to be the monster. Never knew a destiny since he was a youngster. Forgotten by life in a very cruel way. Forgotten and forgotten day by day. And as the years go by, his tears multiply. Figuring the days away. No more birthday gifts, no girlfriend kiss goodnight. You should have paid the time before the crying. He was checked on the spot. Gone left the homies sitting by the corner shop. Now him find himself lost in a cell block. Fighting for his life, he was stabbed with a jailhouse knife. He cried aloud. No one heard his voice. The best doctor tried. He cried aloud. No one heard his voice. The best doctor tried. He cried aloud. No one heard his voice. The best doctor tried. Alongside Conquering Records. Hear me out. Modern day traitors all day. Who need enemy with friends like those? Modern day traitors all day. Nowadays, you know friend different from foes. Modern day traitors. Some of them so cool. Pull it up, selector.
Lord, how will they increase the trouble me? Many a day that rise up against me. Many day make me serve my soul, there's no help for me, Jah.
Give a thanks to Jah. Give a thanks. 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 I will make my day, and I will make my path the way. I will never be the foolish one to depart from the money and go astray. Cause right now we're with the ones with the swords in their mouth and the lion teeth. Aware, beware. The fire is burning now. Give a thanks to Jah. Give a thanks. 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 Be my light of life. Protect life for me. Though I walk through the valley of life and I fear no evil. Fear no one. Be my way and be my strength, don't Jah. Yes, you guide me along. I pray
increase that trouble me. Many a day that rise up against me. Many day be we save my soul, there's no help for him in Jah.
I will make my day, and I will make my path the way. I will never be the foolish one to depart from the money and go astray. Cause right now we're with the ones with the swords in their mouth and the lion teeth. Aware, aware, beware. The fire is burning now. Give a thanks to Jaja. Give a thanks. 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 Fly away.
Yes, we are work with something, so we are going to go here because we don't want the wife come and beat me. So, we are dealing with something here called A Frightened to Live. Yeah, we love that tune there, man. We have to mill that tune. So, here what? I send a request from my brethren.
Yeah. Elisa G, I shall bring joy. Yeah. When the trumpet sound, ask yourself where you know about Jaja. Ask yourself where you know about God. Can't lead the people if you don't know Jah. Can't lead the people if you don't know God. Ask yourself where you know about the kingdom. Conquering lion, the rule of everything. Can't tell me none if you don't know Jah. Can't tell me none if you don't know. Mr. Daniel, not the lion, send a prayer.
Bomber drop, damn you!
You're me not chat. The youths them a go and bad. But me love them still. Yeah. And me a say now, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, if you don't have love in you, you got nothing at all. Cause remember, love conquer it all, love conquer everything. You be so that. Wow, yeah. The youths them a go and bad. But me love them same way. Just like God. I'm not really see the world the way they're supposed to. Because the things that they really chose to be close to. But remember, everybody have them purpose too. Because all the clown have them circles too. Not really see the world the way they're supposed to. Because the things that they really chose to be close to. But remember, everybody have them purpose too. Because all the clown have them circles too. I will accept you for who you are, whether or not you could be fake or you're genuine like leather or not. You could be poor and paparazzi, got the cheddar or not. Whether you're heavy like a lead, you light or feather or not. You could be calm like distilled water, stupid or you smarter. Bad like Starkey, them and feather map. Whether you're strange like Jack Hole, you want my brother or not. You could be firm like the lion or you weak like the rat. If you choose to be a soldier or you rather be cop. If you choose to bleach your skin out or you rather be black. Could be the best at what you're doing or you really just whack. I know they are suffer judges, so make Jaja do that. Not really see the world the way they're supposed to. Because the things that they really chose to be close to. But remember, everybody have them purpose too. Because all the clown have them circles too. Not really see the world the way they're supposed to. Because the things that they really chose to be close to. But remember, everybody have them purpose too. Because all the clown have them circles too. Force the cow to the water, but you can't make him drink it. Man, now have to please you just because you think it. Enough now why your boat a flow, them well want sink it. But someone have to be negative, so let him be it. The sun don't have to shine on a rain there. So everyone don't have to be the same way. That song you bad, but it no must get no earplay. We might do the same work, but we don't get the same pay. Yeah.
See? So we have to watch those of you who still find yourself thinking of Africa must be free. We have to watch the outcome of Mugabe passing and all the Europeans them. But we know, say, from the continent, all is beautiful. The amount of people that have turned up yesterday and today. Yeah. And one thing I must say, that we must start out even on Tuesday to be defiant for principles is a good thing. And that man make sure that his integrity as a man and his principles as an African retain. A Mugabe that, a Kenyatta that. Yeah, you understand? These are men. They are African warriors. I tell you. Let no one try fool you about them ones that come round to England and tell lie. Because you always go get in a position, you know, even though them look like us, and say that them have to do this and them have to do that. And you must hear and choose them play Ian Smith, and Ian Smith a charge Mugabe for killing over 30,000 people. And him say him can't remember killing even one. You see? Yeah. Never said nothing about them along with the British and others. Put him in jail. But sometimes people have to understand something, you know. No man stands alone in anything called politics or anything. You understand? You work with a body of people. You may be the head man in certain instances. You see? But every time it come to we, it's always labeled. Did not Tony Blair and the Labour Party and the British government mash up Iraq along with them American cousins or brothers or whoever? And millions of people dead. A country flattened and is in misery. All know. You understand? Same thing them do to Libya. Same thing them do to Syria. Huh? What? The Gospels are theirs, right? You fools. You understand? And them your friend. Your Pauline doctrine. Now, frightened for live. Gone.
A big one. Oh, yeah, there you go. So that is a gun. Listen me. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. Who are you? I'm frightened to live. Now, hold it in. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. One more time. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I build me a coffin. I make it my home, because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping their own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman, so how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Who are you? I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Yeah. A bandit in my face with a gun. Take my onions and began to run. I'm in the station reporting what the bandit do. I was the same bandit I was reporting to. Look, I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. One more time, come again. I'm frightened to live. Hey. I'm frightened to live. Hear me now. It is so obnoxious when I look around. Things I just hear and see. My God, how could I go on? Children killing children every day. Parents guiding their children to go astray. Tell me how those youths getting all those guns, and where in the world those guns coming from? You see, I'm frightened to live. Who are you? I'm frightened to live. You come again. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Hear this. If in my ceiling they find coke and gun, is my whole family they carrying down. But if the police get caught with the same refrain, all they getting is transfer to crime again. You see, I'm frightened to live. Hey, I'm frightened to live. Sing. And you know you're so good, sir. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Music. Now you see this verse? This verse is my verse. I love it. I want to listen to my verse. My verse. Yeah. If our child could die by the hands of a bandit, police may halfway search, they may never catch the culprit. But if Mr. Big Man child end up dead, they go in to paint the old damn tongue red, putting out all force and energy, finding the killer immediately. So how must I live? Whoa, I'm frightened to live. Come again, I'm frightened to live. Hey, hear this, hey. I turn to church, that's the answer. Listening to the priest preach on the altar, while taking in the words of the Almighty. You know the priest pelting sweet at me, is he I'm frightened to live? Whoa. I'm frightened to live. Sing. Come again, let me hear. I'm frightened to live. Whoa. Hey, I'm frightened. One more time. Yeah. Love all you.
You see, that's good. That's having fun. Gone. We talk about name. We talk about African history, Black history or African history. I think say African history. We talk about communication, definite. We talk about language in terms of communication. We talk about finding one of our brethren or sisters from the continent and just learn how to tune up with voice box and learn some greetings and so forth. And we're good to go because we are going to be at a disadvantage when it comes to reasoning and communicating. And we expect them to want to speak English. I'm telling you. There are those who will definitely refuse.
Take back your name and divide the I name. I and I don't want this your name. Chinese name Chin and Chung. Macintosh came from Scotland. Indian name Raja and Gavaskar. I'm unsure Smith no come from Africa, oh no. You hear what I say, oh no. My brothers and sisters know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I reach Ethiopia, I feel embarrassed. After telling I dreams, I name Morris. Because the name I have is for a European, not the name of a black African. So take back your name and divide the I name. I and I don't want this your name. Chinese name Jin and Chung. Macintosh came from Scotland. Indian name Raja and Gavaskar. I'm unsure Smith no come from Africa, oh no. You hear what I say, oh no. My brothers and sisters know. Whoa, 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 oh no. You know the name I have isn't the correct one. It was given to I by you, the Babylonians. It was not I wish to accept it.
Guidance. Yeah. We name Guidance. May God bless the soul of Dada, Mr. Mugabe. Yeah. Because maybe him get buried tomorrow or Sunday. Gone. One love. Take good care.